Okay, so good evening, everyone. Hope you are having a beautiful day of praise, and you have been praising the Lord with the, with your voice lifted high, and you're making melodies in your heart to the Lord with psalms, hymns, and of course, spiritual songs. Welcome to The Angle, your favorite opinionated program in the world. Okay, so I'm going to bring my money fly stuff here, take it to the bank, but we are the best here. Welcome again, guys. My name is Sylvia, and today is a very special one. Before we came on air, I was telling the panel today that they should not get me angry, because if they do, I personally will break the tables today. And with that, let me get to introduce you to the team. And I'm talking about these two men, but hi.
Scatter it. We are ready.
Hi, Israel Strong. How you doing?
Hello.
My beautiful, handsome co-host and anchor.
Thank you so much. I'm ready for you.
Okay, we have the lady with class. What did she call herself that time?
Our esteemed public figure.
Public figure. Olufumi is in the house.
No, I would have, if you have allowed me, give me the
Okay,
honor
please
of,
do that. Please do that.
I would like to kindly introduce a highly esteemed public figure right here on The Angle to the global community watching us from around the world.
She looks really radiant. Public figure, you look beautiful.
You are welcome to today's episode of The Angle, highly esteemed public figure. You dare not say it.
Hello everyone, it's good to be here.
And of course, Anna is back today.
Hello,
Yeah.
everybody. It's going to be hot here today. Because
We are together,
We are together,
Are you
I
trying
really
to
don't know.
pay back for the last time that we dealt?
No, I
with
did
you?
win you.
It's not payback.
I warn you.
Please welcome back.
Don't worry, the uncle is not about all those things. I'm such carnality. We don't do such things. We're just
As
All
the
right, guys,
public figure that you are.
I told you that today is going to be a very, very, amazing one, and I'm waiting to get in on today's argument. Now, what are we talking about today? There is this notion that, what we women do, the men seem to be feeling so braggadocious recently that, they can also have their hands on in certain areas. And one of the things that the men feel like they can also dominate is in the kitchen. And the question here today is, when it comes to kitchen skills, when it comes to cooking, who does it better, the male or the female? But I dare say it is the... They are waiting for me to talk.
It's the audacity for me. The pride and confidence.
Okay, so Israel Strong, Michael Anko, when it comes to these kitchen skills, I hear guys say, look, we do it better, females do it better. Which is it for you? Who does it better?
Is it not obvious?
That
The guys cook better. We cook better, of
how
course.
is it obvious?
It is very
to
obvious.
Who?
We cook better.
Obvious to who?
Oh no. You
And
can
based
see.
on what
Look at it. People cook all the time, so to speak.
Thank you.
But when it's time for us to cook, there is a difference. They say too much of everything, repetition, blah blah. Blah. When it's time for, there's this special taste that comes
special
in.
one.
Do you understand? We do this special. There's a special season that comes,
What's the name
and that
of the
covers
last
for everything.
special dish you did?
Chicken peri peri.
Chicken peri peri is a special dish.
Yeah, it's a very special one.
Please, what's your special one?
Wait,
What was your
no,
special?
I'm
There is no special dish for me. I
What
cook
was the
everything.
last
I cook
special
everything.
dish? What was the last special dish?
I
you
cook
made?
everything.
okay, no,
said special
he's shooting himself in the leg. You cook everything. Can you just give us 1, 2, 3 steps of making okra soup?
You want to start? I should start.
No,
with
you
this.
cook
No,
everything.
no.
How 1, 2, 3 steps?
I was
On-
waiting
No, the
for
global
special
community.
dish.
The global community is listening to
Not
you right
not
now.
on this. Not you.
So
Not,
how
I give you the
else
steps. Of,
just
it's,
1,
it's very
2, 3.
simple.
1,
You
2,
have
3.
your okra fruit. First grate it. When you do that, you have your other ingredients, your
Red oil.
your
recording this.
leaf, the mango, everything, onions, everything you want to use for it. You
What
have
are
it.
the ingredients you use for okra?
You have oil.
What kind of granite oil? Oil
You can use red oil. You can use red oil.
Okay.
Okay, good. So are you okay?
Other
so
ingredients.
We'll stop there.
That's just to show
Continue.
that, look, the guys always have to cut corners. My
But you
question
see,
here-
that cutting corners is it.
No, it's not. It can't be it.
That is
Zano.
it.
No. Let him shoot himself in the foot. I need to hear that part.
Okay.
Cutting corners is.
That is it.
Go
That's the
ahead,
special
go
thing that we
ahead.
do. When we cut corners, we will
That's
see
the
how
secret
something. Do
ingredient.
you understand? That's the secret ingredient. I don't understand what you want me to explain.
See, hold on.
People like going through the process. Oh, we need to cut. You need to be one spoon of this, 1 spoon of this. Leave it to us. We know. We know. There's this instinct that we
over
have.
to you, please.
You cannot say anything.
On
We cook
today's
better.
Set,
We cook better.
I
We
said-
cook better. We cook better.
Talk too much, but PI seems to be on a roll. But I'll forgive you. For me,
Oh my God.
I think the reason they are saying the guys cook better is because they're looking at what obtains. And sometimes we ask questions like, people say things like a woman's place is in the kitchen. And then we ask people, if truly a woman's place is in the kitchen, how is it that the top chefs in the world are all men? There was a time on this set we treated patriarchy and the issues and the effect it has on society. So, yes, if you give a man something to do, he will put in effort to, all right, and all that. But defaultly, women pay more attention to details. It's a default thing.
Not necessarily.
And I would say, in terms of who cooks better, it now boils down to the individual, because there are people there are ladies who don't enjoy cooking. They don't like cooking. Then there are some that don't even know how to cook. I've met ladies that even to boil egg, they don't know how to boil egg. And of course, society has ostracized them to say.
Those are in the minority.
That's what I'm saying. Society has ostracized them to say, you're a woman, you're supposed to know how to cook. But it doesn't obtain. So for me, I would say it boils down to the individual, because cooking is something that anybody can pick up. And decide that I want to be really good at it.
I'm very impressed.
I'm impressed.
Public
But
figure.
my
I'm very
question-
impressed in the direction you went today, because I was ready to face you.
But
I was just hoping that you say that women cook better, because I
No,
started
but
with men cook
I'm
better.
going
but
there because she has to tell me
it.
which is which. In statistics, right, would you say, fine, we have the fraction of people who do not know how to do one or two things, who are supposedly knowing how, supposedly to know how to cook. We have the men who are also supposedly not to know how to do or have these culinary skills. So in order of percentage, who has it more?
I won't be able to answer that because there is no research that has been done on that.
Well, for you can use observation.
Not necessarily.
By observation,
you can't,
really.
because in major kitchens, like I said, the issue of male dominance also comes into play. So you see those at the top are men, not because they are good at what they do, in quote, but because they are men.
Why did they?
No,
Why
no,
did
no,
they?
no,
Okay,
no, no.
okay,
You are
that's
going
an
with the-
angle.
No,
That's
no.
an angle.
No.
Zano, what do you
No,
think?
if they are not good,
They said,
what are
What are they
answer
doing
this
there?
is your
No,
attack
no,
on
no,
them.
No, you have to start from
they
there.
are good.
Good,
Okay,
no.
it's what?
But they are there because they are good.
They are good.
Really?
They are there
Yes.
because they are the best.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
You cannot employ somebody that does not know how to cook.
It would seem that I don't want this conversation to go into patriarchy, because we have treated that before on this set. But you can go do your research on this thing I just said. That's why I said I will not be able to give you a question, an answer to say, oh, based on this, because there have been no studies done. Because the general perception is women are supposed to cook. So defaultly, you see women in the kitchen. That's how they are raised. But in terms of professionally, we have men dominating. And it is simply because of the issues of ground between male and females.
I do not.
And of course, if you put yourself to something, over time, you will become excellent at it. But that does not make you the best. So
And but
that
you
somebody
see-
got to the top, and he's regarded as the best, it does not mean that there is something better. It's just that he was given better opportunity to get to that position.
No,
but
you
there
said-
could be somebody better.
You've said different things at different times. But you've done different angles in just one sentence you made. Now you said this is where I'm going to pick from.
Yes.
You are saying that they are male dominant and dominated because they are men. That
Not
is
because
true.
they're necessarily good.
Not exactly. Not
And I
because they're
also
necessarily
added
good.
something.
No.
I added something.
Okay,
I
what
said,
did you add?
If you give somebody an opportunity and the person applies themselves to it, definitely they will get to that position.
Okay,
to
so
be
a
the
lady
best.
can
Are
be
you
given an
saying they are
opportunity
not
because
given?
Yes.
it must
Go and do your research.
It is not all
How did
kitchens.
this start?
Okay,
Olufemi.
it is the patriarchy we're talking
Olufemi,
about.
Olufemi, it
Because
is not
it's-
all kitchens that have men
I don't think
Because
it's
there
all
are some
kitchens.
restaurants
It's
I
not
go right
all
here in
kitchens,
Nigeria.
Yes.
For example.
But the greater percentage, if we want to talk about the percentage,
How
the
do you
greater
know?
percentage of top chefs, like I said, do your research.
No, if you say top chefs,
Top chefs.
do you get it? How, for example, looking at our topography, for example, Nigeria, if I, you know, have
Being to few
some
restaurants.
few restaurants, the men serve,
Okay.
majority, the men serve, the ladies cook.
Do you go to the background to check?
Oh yes,
Okay.
because sometimes you see them performing what they want to do.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Do you understand? So you cannot say
I
that.
just did a search now.
You
of top
cannot
chefs
say-
in the world.
of course
And
they are
the
men.
pictures so what does
But
that
you
say?
see, what I'm picking from your statement is
Yes.
that because they are men.
Because they were given the opportunity to get there.
So are
What
you
of the
saying, are you
ladies?
saying women have not been given the opportunity
In
to
the
get
terms
there?
of the professional world, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of issues, but that's not what we're focusing on.
Okay,
No,
so
I want us to focus there so that we can educate people, because I'm a bit concerned that you are trying to bring in the fact that, oh, it's now man, there's an issue that the system is favoring in cooking.
in
Because
cooking.
she said-
Yeah.
In cooking. Okay.
Jonas, in preparing dishes, you are trying to figure that, okay, you are trying to put like a mark on, because they are men.
Okay.
They are good, they are good.
No.
You,
So I know-
what
I
I said,
disagree.
there's
But
a
go
general
ahead.
notion that ladies are the ones doing the cooking, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how come they were forgotten so soon, and they now brought the men and said, "You guys start cooking. When it comes to international food, start doing it." I mean, it's obvious that.
Okay, look at it. Another thing, like you said, profession.
Yeah.
They may decide to go into willingly.
Okay.
That is another angle you should look at.
Okay.
Because you say, if you are saying that because they are men, that they have the opportunity, they decided to do that. It's like their personal choice.
So they decided to take it professionally.
Exactly, because
as against the
it-
women who would want to do it ordinarily.
do
Is
you
that
get
what
it?
you're saying?
I think that should correct what she's saying, that because they
No,
are men.
I'm not going to correct that because that is it. And I don't want to go into this issue because we're going to leave the topic on ground.
No, we will go into the issue, settle this issue, come back to the topic.
Okay, so this issue about men, because they're men, I don't know how many people actually buy that line. How many people are actually thinking like Olufumi to say that men are in the top positions when it comes to professional cooking because of the whole issue of patriarchy in the system? Or is it because they are really better chefs than the ladies? Okay, so
It is
I
what it
want
is.
I want to open the phone lines. I really want to hear from people at home. You know, these are practical things. We have men and women living together in their apartment. Sometimes some people say, I've heard people say, oh, my husband cooks better than I do, or my husband taught me how to cook, or my brother taught me how to cook. And I'm wondering, if the husband who taught you how to cook, he learned from his mother. Don't you think so?
Not necessarily.
So where did he learn?
Because there are some foods,
Wow.
like I remember where I entered a competition for, there's something that I learned myself.
You learned it
Yeah,
yourself.
I learned it.
All of it just dropped on
You see, I did my research, read everything. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do. There was no lady telling me that this is the. This
Where
is
did you
the,
get the recipe from?
It was on the internet, just there.
Who provided internet? There's nothing like it was on the internet.
Look at it. No, don't even go there.
No, it was there's not like that. Somebody must have written it.
Okay, good.
Who did?
The lady helped you do it.
There was no write up there. They didn't give the author.
But did
of
the
it.
lady help you go to the market?
No, I went to the market myself. I remember going to the mall, got the
Did you just say
ingredients.
there was no author in what you read?
do you want to go in this direction? Okay, do you want to search? Okay,
No,
please
no,
go there.
I think, Olufemi, I think you should allow you.
No, she's having a choose today. I did read, I researched, got the ingredients online, followed the steps, and got. In fact, when I was done, when they tested it in the
And there
house,
was not too much salt.
it was perfect. Jesus Christ, I was even surprised. Like, wow. Where you are working.
So does that make you a better cook than I am? Because
let's
you
try.
followed a procedure.
No,
on
I'm
the
just trying to
internet.
correct a statement that she made that, because it was you made it, that it was a lady that taught them. Not
No,
all the time.
that's what I'm asking you. Now that you followed the internet proceedings, let me use that word. You learned, okay, put Maggie first, put salt first. Does that make you a better cook than I, Sylvia? You're strong. Do you think you're a better cook than I am?
I am.
Wow. I just actually 1, 2, 3 steps for okra.
I
and it was
am.
difficult. You
It
started
was not
from the
difficult.
okra fruits. Really?
I am. On the when is there's this 100, is it on our 100th episode or something? Let us have a cooking competition right here.
No,
I think we
but
should
really,
go ahead.
Zano, you're a married man. Would you say you cook better than your wife?
Yes.
Of course.
I really wish.
I really wish your wife can call
She's
you.
your wife, so she will probably support you.
Of course.
So it's not
My
a
dad
problem.
taught-
Where we are from,
Your dad taught you how to
Yes.
cook.
yeah.
My dad taught me.
Where we are from, we know how to cook.
And you cannot, where we are from, like he said, where we are from, if you don't know how to cook, then that means you're not from there.
I can see the way they are quiet.
Who are those friends? I'm listening to
I'm
you.
so sorry, guys. Like, you know what? I'm trying so hard
No, we are
to
very
be.
good. We
I'm
are-
trying so hard to be the moderator here because I don't want to take sides. Once I take sides, I'm going to start, getting into boxing because I'm
See,
trying so hard
my
to
wife
suppress
is an amazing-
my
Okay.
comments.
Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. You see, I will go back to what Olufumi said. It depends on
I'm
the
trying so
individual. It depends
No,
on the
but
individual.
Actually, I'm trying to get something.
She's
I
trying to
can
get
read
something
from
No,
Pastor.
it's
When we
Whatever you want to
see,
read, somebody wrote it there.
exactly,
So,
and it
but
can be
when we-
changed.
It was based on research.
The person, somebody wrote it there too.
people
I
should
wanna
calm
read
down. The both of you
something.
need to calm down on today's episode,
No,
guys.
we are calm.
Very calm.
Okay, this.
But in this,
Okay, have you found what you wanted to read?
I want to just read a statistic. This is for the UK.
Okay.
And they found that this is the Office of National Statistics.
Yeah.
Only 17% of chef positions in the UK are held by women. And
so does that justify that you say it's not a man's thing?
yeah,
Now let her finish
this
with it.
gender
Okay, finish.
gap is
Yeah.
because the industry still recognizes more male chefs. And there are a whole lot of things here. That's why I said, if we want to go into this matter.
Okay,
it's
okay.
way
I
deeper.
have a question. When you
It's
say the
just
industry,
like this, because that industry is just like several other industries that we have, where today you find that women are trying to fight their way to the top. And I said something, I said it's because of opportunity. If you put two people together and you give one person more opportunity, it doesn't matter that, and of course, like I said, the more opportunity you have, you're able to put your skills and whatever to work.
to
And
practice, yeah.
definitely you are going to get better.
Okay,
but
let's-
it does not necessarily mean that you were the best.
okay, let's look at it this way. Now, if you look at from what you just read, it seems as though men went into this thing professionally more.
Yes, that's what I'm
Now,
talking about.
what was the issue with women going into it? Could it be that because they are naturally into this
Gifted.
thing, gifted in cooking or trained to cooking, they say, okay, this is what I can do. Why am I taking it that serious? Is it the reason? That's what you should look at. Not because it is a man's thing. I feel because you see, in growing up, one of the things that you do learn as a lady is to cook.
True.
So maybe because of this kind of training, growing up, that is instilled in every girl child, do you understand? That the men decided, okay, you know what? Let me try this and let me learn it. Let me become better in this. Let me take this professionally. Not because it is a man's thing and it's a man's dominated, like you are trying to,
Profession.
exactly. Because it is the choice.
But it is what it is.
Exactly, because they made a choice. Look at it from, I don't know,
You are saying it ideally, what you think it is, but in
But that
reality,
is what it is.
what I said is what it is.
so how come the ladies didn't take it seriously?
As
So
I
maybe,
said,
maybe
it was
like Israel Strong rightly said, the fact that every girl child is trained,
trained.
to go in a particular
No way.
direction. Hardly would you find in homes where you see a boy
Cooking.
doing kitchen affairs.
Doesn't that
Hardly.
is that not why all the more reason why we should have more female chefs, top female chefs?
no, that's
So,
what I'm
but that's
saying.
what we're trying to now highlight is the fact that even as we have grown up through this process of this kind of training,
Yeah.
that, oh, we're supposed to be with our moms in the kitchen, we learn how to cook. I find it's now becomes an individual responsibility to say, okay, I've learned these things. Can I now make it professional?
Professional.
Because hardly would you find ladies actually now going professional to say, okay, I want to
Why do
learn
you
something.
think
No, no.
So that is
That
what
is
we
what
need.
you're
That's what we're
saying.
saying.
I think that is
Because-
it's because of the kind of environment people work
Does it
in.
really
No.
mean it's the environment that is the issue here?
Look at
or
it,
the mindsets growing up to say, okay, I already know how to do these things.
But
I don't
look,
need.
let me say something.
Passion.
Let me say something. Are you aware that most restaurants, let me start with the local restaurants,
Yes.
are owned by ladies, like women, they are owned by women.